everyone. It is Word Wednesday, and I just want to share a little bit with you today from a very familiar passage. It is in Mark chapter 11, verses 12 through 14. I'm going to read from the Message translation, and it says, verse 12, as they left Bethany the next day, he was hungry, he meaning Jesus. And off in the distance, he saw a fig tree in full leaf. He came up to it expecting to find something for breakfast, but found nothing but fig leaves. It wasn't yet the season for figs. He addressed the tree, saying, "No one is going to eat fruit from you again, ever." And his disciples overheard him. Many of us are familiar with the translation where it says Jesus actually curses the fig tree. And I want to ask you today, what's on your tree? Like, really, what's on your tree? A lot of us, and we all have struggled with this at some point in our lives, we really desire to be accepted, affirmed, approved, and loved by others. And one of the ways that we go about trying to achieve this is what I like to call appearance management. It is our way of creating an external image of how we want other people to perceive us. And sadly, sometimes when people actually get to know who we truly are, there sometimes is a huge contradiction in the image that they've seen versus who we really are. And that was the deal with this fig tree, because if you know anything about fig trees, the actual fruit comes out before the leaves do. So if there are leaves on the tree, that typically indicated that there was fruit already on the tree. And so for this particular fig tree, the leaves were very visible from a distance. It looked like a blessed tree. It looked like a fruitful tree. It looked like a prosperous tree. And sadly to say, that's how some of us look from a distance. We've got these big shiny green leaves, and people are attracted to our leaves, people. That's what God uses. Whatever your leaves are, whether it's your smile, your personality, whatever it is, God uses those leaves to attract people. But when people get close to us, what they're really after is the fruit. Jesus was hungry, so he was looking to be fed. And there are people who want to be fed by the fruit that they come in contact with when they come in contact with us. And so Galatians talk about the fruit of the Spirit, love, joy, peace, kindness, faithfulness, self-control. That's an inside job, right? So if people are drawn to our leaves and they get close to us because our leaves point to us, right? But when they get close to us, the fruit is what points them to Jesus. And so guess what happens when they get close to us and there's no fruit? All they see is us. And that's clearly not the witness that we want to have. Sadly, I know people like that. They hoop and they holler in church. They speak in tongues. They have a word for you. Even some of them have self-proclaimed, self-assigned titles, whatever. But if you were to follow them home, their house is in disarray, their marriage is in shambles, their kids don't honor them. Their home is just not a place where Jesus is at the center. There's no fruit. There's a lot of works, but no fruits. A lot of talk, but no fruit. And so, I don't know, maybe you're one of those kind of people. You're doing a lot of religious work. You're doing a lot of stuff that make you're talking the talk. You're doing a lot of stuff that's making your leaves look shiny, and people are drawn to your leaves. But do you have the fruit to feed people? Because that's really, people want to be fed. They are drawn to us because there is a void there. And so they come to us to be fed. And how disappointing it is to show up and want something from a person who has all the Christian jargon down, has quite frankly become religious. But as we get close to them, there really isn't any substance in their relationship with Christ. Don't you be one of those people. I don't want to be one of those people. I want when people draw closer to me, they see less of me and see more of Jesus. Amen. I just want to share this with you because as I did some reading up on it, it says the presence of a fruitful fig tree was considered to be a symbol of blessing and prosperity for the nation of Israel. Likewise, the absence or death of a fig tree would symbolize judgment and rejection. Symbolically, the fig tree represented the spiritual deadness of Israel, who, while being very religious outwardly, with all of the sacrifices and ceremonies, they were spiritually barren because of their sins. Let's not be spiritually barren. Stop putting so much work into your leaves and put more work into developing the fruit on your tree. So I just ask you today, what's on your tree, really? Let's let God develop our figs so we're not just a figless tree. Amen. I pray this blesses and encourages someone today.